You want to save money, whether by eliminating that daily morning quick coffee and breakfast from Starbucks or by putting off that exotic vacation. Everyone needs to save in their own way. But sometimes, especially when you're facing an uphill battle, it can be hard to know just where to start. Don't worry, we've got you. In this video, we'll help you find where to start and help you save more, even faster. So let's get started. Track your spending. This is the perfect place to start saving your money. When you understand what you're spending your money on and how much you spend, you get an accurate sense of where your hard-earned money is going. Now you can redirect it where you'd like it to go instead. Sometimes it's the little things that surprise you and add up to wasted money in your account. When you do this, you can easily separate your spending into 3 categories: your wants, your needs, and your savings. By doing this, you get to prioritize your spending, trim costs, and make out a few bucks for savings. Whether it's saving for retirement, offsetting debts, going on that lovely family vacation, or even putting money toward your financial independence journey. Tracking your spending isn't complicated. With a little work and repetition, you can be successful with it and your bank account will show the difference. Now, we can't truly talk about tracking spending without at least mentioning a budget. Without properly tracking your spending, your budget will be useless. And you want to know why? Because you'll jump the gun and put in random numbers. A real budget needs real numbers of what you actually spend. Plus, money leaking out of your bank account and wallet is frustrating, so tracking your spending and using a budget is a powerful combination. So how do you track your spending? Well, there's no wrong or right way. The best way is the way that works just right for you. Old school pen and paper or tablet notes, downloadable spreadsheets or computer programs, mobile phone apps, or spending journals are just a few options. Taking a few moments to track your expenses ensures that your money is there to save, and that's worth the effort. Automate finances. In a time where technology has made life a lot easier, automating your finances is an incredible way to mark saving money and paying bills off your to-do list with minimal effort, while ensuring greater consistency and security. Automating your finances gets rid of the excuse to splurge your money. At the same time, it makes saving feel like less work. Using automation to set up weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly savings helps you manage your money. You can even automate your direct deposits, 401k contributions, and paying monthly bills. With your busy life, this gives time back to focus on things you love. Think about how less stressful your life would be if you've scheduled out your savings for the planned family vacation, your retirement, and that car you know you'll need to buy because your current one is making weird sounds. The last thing you need is to waste a single minute on outdated financial processes. Let technology do the work for you. Take a look at the wide variety of tools out there to help automate your finances. With all the technology at your disposal, it can be as easy and simple as downloading an app. Remember, the world is constantly changing and constantly upgrading to become more efficient. So can you. Prioritize your debt. Now, this one should come as no surprise. One of the quickest ways to start saving is to pay off debt. It may sound counterintuitive, but when you owe money, interest works against you, causing you to owe more and more depending on how high the rate is. So getting out of debt can only be a positive when it comes to looking for ways to save money. Find out the total amount you owe, the minimum payment, the interest rate or annual percentage rate, the APR, and the payment due date of all your debts. To save more money, the biggest pieces of information you need to focus on is your interest rate and total balance. Why? Higher interest rates mean paying more on your balance, which leads to growing debt, which then leads to spending money you could have potentially saved. If you don't prioritize your debt, this could derail your wealth journey. There are typically 2 ways to go about paying off debt. They're generally called the debt avalanche method and the debt snowball method. With the avalanche method, you would order your debts by interest rate and prioritize paying off the highest interest debt first. Mathematically, this would have you saving the most amount of money over the life of your debt. On the flip side is the debt snowball method. With this one, you order your debts based on the total balance and begin paying off the lowest balance first, throwing all available funds to clear that up regardless of interest rate. With this method, you get to celebrate your small wins even though you wouldn't save as much money. Psychologically and emotionally, this could be what keeps you going through a potentially longer process of paying off all your debts. Either method will work. The biggest thing is to stick with it. Buy in bulk. Large purchases save you a lot of money. As a big money saver, you get to cut back on each item in your bulk purchase. It's always cheaper per unit. If you buy an item frequently, then your best bet is to buy it in bulk. The difference might be small, but in the long run, those pennies add up rapidly to a remarkable size in savings. Say you save $1 on an item you use daily. That's $30 to $31 per month. That would add up to roughly $360 per year. Now, these numbers may not seem large, but a recent survey by YouGov has shown that almost half of Americans couldn't come up with $400 for an emergency. Every dollar saved counts. Additionally, buying items in bulk means fewer trips to the store. Visiting the store too frequently is one major source of impulse buys. That has terrible implications for your savings, so fewer trips means fewer opportunities for you to spend recklessly. Skip the upgrades. We all love to find out the newest changes to the latest iPhone or Android device. Seeing the pictures and videos of the newest cameras, laptops, and games is fun, but there will always be upgrades yearly if the companies can figure out a way to make sure the upgrades seem worth it. But we challenge you to skip the upgrades. Don't think you can truly save by doing so? Then consider that the average American spends $2,000 in excess to buy new electronics. Resisting the temptation to buy new electronics is a really awesome way to save money. Think about all the thousands of dollars you could save if you simply hung on to your current device as long as possible, or bought a gently used or earlier model. New gadgets are expensive, and the cutting-edge ones can be unpredictable. The smart thing you can do is wait a few months if it's not an emergency. Look out for durability and quality reviews, then buy it used from an early user who's grown bored or when it goes on sale. They almost always do eventually. You could find yourself saving thousands of dollars this way. Unless you're swimming in cash, older models are usually the better option to avoid breaking the bank. You can still outfit your lifestyle with high-quality technology without going into debt or wasting all of your hard-earned money. Put a spending limit on your card. As much as keeping track of your spending is awesome, how about limiting how much you can spend? You can do this by putting a limit on your cards. Cards without limits can do more harm than good. It's wrecking your financial life, making it hard to save as it encourages you to spend the money you have and the money you don't. Take time to reassess your daily expenditures in advance. Tracking your spending now becomes important because you need real numbers to set the limit on. This is where you need to be honest with yourself. If you know you like to spend, talking to your bank to put a limit on your card might do you some good. Spending limits can help you live within your means and give you more opportunities to save. Set savings goals. You may struggle to save unless you have specific goals. Setting goals is an important part of your savings journey. Having clear goals makes it easier to focus on the strategies we've just shared with you. Goals also serve as metrics to measure how well you've done and how far you've got to go. Clear goals make it easier to make sacrifices along the way, since you know the outcome you're striving for. They provide purpose and energy and help you stay disciplined in your savings journey. Make sure to write your goals down. It's very vital to be able to review them. This way you get the awareness to evaluate yourself and self-correct when necessary. Just having a big dream or good intentions to start saving isn't enough. If you want to realize that vision, you need to map out a smart plan that can make it happen. That's it for today's video. If you learned something new today, share this video with your friends. Consider liking and subscribing and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.